Welcome back to part 2 of my Witchy Wisdom uh, series. Okay, so in the first series, I really went over some basics. Okay, some basic tools. Just go watch the video. Okay, have fun with me. Listen to my crazy butt talk. I talked about things to research as a baby witch. So today I want to talk about how to write a sigil. I want to go over protection because I feel like that's important in doing any spell work, any energy work. And then I want to talk about some spells I've done and how I get my spell work to work, how I actually get it to work. And the answer is going to surprise you. It's not going to be what you want to hear. But oh well, that's not, I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm here to tell you what you need to hear. Okay, with that, thank you for supporting me and watching me. Let's get into this. So, the first thing I want to talk about are tools. And did I prepare before I got the video? No. So let me go get some tools to show you. Bye. Okay, so let's talk about like some things for protection. So first of all, those little sliver crystals, the little quartz, clear quartz crystals. Um, I have them in the four corners of my home. So the top left, top right, back left, back right. Okay, um, those I cleanse and I charge in the moon, in the full moon, every full moon, or maybe like actually 3 times a year. Okay, I think I do it with every change of the season. Okay, so when fall hits, like now, I will pull them out in the full moon, the next full moon, and cleanse them. So that's what I do. You can do what you feel works for you. Or if I feel like I got a lot of attacks coming at me and I feel like my wards around my home, my apartment, have been like messed with and pushed down, I will redo them. Okay. So, first thing is the quartz crystals is what I have. All right. The second thing is I have what's called witch's bells. Okay, on my front door. These were made by a really good friend of mine. You can get these at the dollar store. Okay. Um, and what you do is I cleanse them. Okay, I cleanse them with some type of smoke, all right? Sage, copal, frankincense, palo santo, whatever floats your boat. I cleanse them because other people have touched them. Even my friend made this for me, so she touched it. She infused her energy and love into it, but I wanted to cleanse it for me, okay? So I cleanse these, and then I just sit with it for a moment, and I basically work with the energy of this because everything's energy, and I ask it to protect me and let me know when trouble is coming. So no, it is not like the movies. Yes, they have rung before, and it is not like a on your door. Okay, you'll just hear a little, you'll hear a little tink tink tink. Okay, if you hear more, if you hear this, then you need to pull out the holy water and sage and get to work and that Bible. But yeah, they will just ting a little bit, and really, it's a warning to let you know when either somebody has sent you like the evil eye, okay, bad energy, bad spirit, spiritual energy, or spiritual energy is just coming around your home, okay, because that can happen and nobody can send it. It can, they're everywhere, so they can come and wake up and come go, oh hey, let me go mess with them for a little bit. This will let you know trouble's on the way. Also too, how I have it set up, when a friend double crosses me, I hear a little dinky dink. And I know, so I probably already know before I hear it, but 4 times that's happened to me where I hear a little dink dink, and I know because I just know, okay, intuition, that a friend double crossed me and sent me the evil eye because of it. Yeah, I'm really good at feeling that stuff. And you can too. You just have to tune in. You tune in through meditation, babies, okay? You may hate it, but keep going until you don't. I used to hate it too. Now, it is my source of power. When I go into a meditation, I go into my realm of power. And that's how y'all should start seeing it. Because that's when I do some real energy work. I don't need anything, and either do you, to make a spell work. You are the spell. We are the spell. Our words, our thoughts, our intentions are our spells. Yes, baby. So, let's get into like more of protection. Okay, so Florida water is a really good protection. A lot of people love using Florida water. You can put it in a spray bottle with some water and like spray your windows, you know, clean your windows with it to help cleanse the home and rid it of negative energy, and put a shield of protection around it as well. Even the mirrors in the home. I don't have a lot of mirrors in my home because they can become portals, and I am a psychic medium and I deal with spirits all the time, and I don't need no portals in my home. So the less mirrors, the possible. Also, I'm not supermodel over here, so you know, maybe if I was, I would have 50 mirrors in my home wanting to look at myself because I'm a Leo, but haha. Okay, the other one, more controversial, is sage. Okay, a lot of people say that it is within a close practice, and you know it's native and all of that. I agree, and I also disagree. Okay, witches have been using this for hundreds and hundreds of years, so it is also ours as well, and it's been ours as well. We've used herbs since the very beginning. Okay, we have used all herbs. None have ever been off limits for us. And I don't say that in disrespect. I don't. But I also have to respect my history as a witch, as an energy worker, and realizing that a lot of witches, healers, we used herbs to help us. Okay, not having anything to do with any other tribe. It's more our practice. Okay, same thing with like Palo Santo. Although, you know, we couldn't really get Palo Santo, and now we can. So, but anyway, this is like my go-to to clear out my home and my space of negative energy. The third eye, good after clearing, you know, after an argument in your home, especially a big argument. Use this, or especially this, the Palo Santo, because what Palo Santo does that this doesn't, this just cleanses and pushes out negative energy. Negative energy, negative entities do not like this at all. Okay, this is why we use it. All right, um, this will raise the vibration after. Okay, so this also can cleanse and push the negativity out. But this is like soft grandma, and this is that hard ass grandfather that took no crap like mine, who had a gun, had two guns on him at all time, one on the hip and one on the ankle. That's this bro right here. Okay, this is soft kind, cookie yarn making, sweater making grandma right here. She's gonna come in and uplift the spirit. Okay, so this is fire, this is ice. Right. The other thing is salt. Okay, salt is a good one. You can put it around the perimeter of your home on the outside. You can put it on the windows and doors as a protectant, like a thin line. This is my personal one I make. It's in my Etsy shop. No, I'm not plugging myself, when yes, I am. Because if you don't talk about yourself, how are you going to sell? But you know, I noticed an uptick of the evil eye, people envious and just hateful. Y'all see it, y'all feel it. It's worse than it ever has been. And so I made this evil eye kit because this is what I use. I get affected with the evil eye often. I get a lot of people that are envious, jealous, hateful. They don't like how I just speak the truth sometimes, and I don't care. But this is my own, like, what I use on myself that works to instantly fix that evil eye. It's like, whew, feels so much better. I also have this spell jar. This one is by my bed because it has like amethyst and selenite dust in it. It has lavender. It's for protection and like to protect my dreams and all of that. And every every season, I also charge this as well, or when I feel I need to. I've had this for 3 years now. Yes, I'm very attached to it. I love it. It keeps the nightmares away. Okay, it keeps the nightmares away, and I used to have many. So let's get into sigil making. All right. Also, white sage clears out negative energy. It can change the mood and energy in a room. Palo Santo purifies the spirit and clears negative energy. It inspires creativity. It can bring a deeper connection to divine source as well. Like just putting Palo Santo around my third eye, I feel like all of my chakras and myself just kind of like wake up and uplift the moment I do that. Juniper, it's a good for ritual purification. It invigorates the mind and body. Cedar drives out negative energy. It can bring in good influences. And it's good to bless a new house with cedar. You can get them on Amazon, guys. Mugwort burned before bed to stimulate dreams. Yerba Santa, I really love Yerba Santa. Yerba Santa can help you get over a heartache when you burn it. Grief, shyness, self-love and self-care, spiritual strength, and heightens your psychic abilities. You also, like for me, I get like this little like head high, and I feel like my third eye just like tingles and activates when I am burning Yerba Santa. Love it. Dragon's blood is another one. Okay, dragon's blood cleanses. It's good for love, protection, sexual potency, and spells, and all of that. Can y'all quit? Okay. It's good for in exorcisms, in spell work to increase the potency of any spell work. Put a little sprinkle of dragon's blood in there. Yes, yes. Okay. You can add it to like carrier oils. It's always in my protection oils. Okay. It's always in my protection oils. Dragon's blood is. And so, yeah. And then again, with like real quick about the Yerba Santa that I forgot to mention is it's very healing and purification and love. Okay. And you feel that when you burn it. Sweetgrass, last one I want to talk about. I love sweetgrass. It also too gives me like this heady, weird like vibration high in my head and my crown and my third eye. It's a plant of healing. All right, it's one of the 4 medicines which make up a group of healing plants. Okay, has a sweet smell and can attract positive spiritual energies. Okay. People use it before prayer. Native American ceremonial plants can cleanse the aura, objects, areas, and negative spaces. Sweetgrass also raises the vibration of a space when burned. Okay. I do not buy sweetgrass very often. When I do, I burn it only when I feel I need to burn it. I'm very respectful of sweetgrass. I just am. All right, let's get into sigils. Get pen and paper. Okay, so the first one we're going to talk about, yes, I have my book. Everything in this book is to teach people stuff. All right, so this is my sigil. All right, and I want you to like draw this. All right, so you're going to draw a small circle, then another circle, and then another circle. Okay, so you'll have 3 circles. Okay, so this one is called the Witch's Wheel. Okay, sigil magic power comes from the energy and intention behind it. Your intention and will helps it to blossom. Okay, so when you're writing a sigil, okay, you're making a sigil, you are infusing your intention into that sigil and your power. And as you draw it, you got to understand when you're doing spell work or healing, okay, I'm a Reiki master, so when we do healing, we use our hands, okay? Why? And when I do spell work and I do Reiki, I do the same thing. Before I do the work, I call my guides to me and say, hey, Hey, babes, it's time to work. Let's get to work. Please protect me as I do. Whether it's a healing or spell work, same thing. Then I see a beam of light coming from my creator, the universe, whatever, which represents love and pure energy coming down like a beam all the way down to my head, going down through my body, activating me, raising my vibration up out of 3D or whatever and into focus in whatever I'm about to do, healing or spell work. Then I see that light going down into my hands. Your hands are your power. And your dominant hand, whatever hand you write with, is your spiritual hand of power. It is like a spiritual sword in the spiritual realm. So, like, when I do Reiki healings with people, I say, okay, I will always psychically, it's a game for me, but I will have my guides tell me if they're left-handed or right-handed. And I'll say, you're right-handed, right? Yes. Okay. Then they're shocked, like, okay. And then I'm like, that's your hand of power. I want you to see it as a sword. We're going to cut some karmic cords. Boom, pow, pow. Okay. Whatever we do, physically, emotionally, whatever we're thinking, you got to understand, as a witch, you hold this power. As a being on this earth, you hold this power. You don't need to have the label as witch. We all have it. Okay. Witches just are fascinated with harnessing it and working with it. That's the difference. Okay, so now that you've got the sigil, okay, and you've got the 3 lines, all right, I want you to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on, I'm going to show you. So I want you to do a line, B, okay. The first one should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 boxes. So make sure you have 13 boxes. It should go from A to M. Okay, A to M. A to M. Okay, and then here is how many boxes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. So this second row is 8 boxes. Okay. Screenshot this, and then you can write it. Okay. And then 5 boxes here. However you want to do it. It doesn't have to be exactly like mine. But just make sure you get all the letters in and all of that in. Okay. Pause it if you need more time. Okay. All right. So once you have that, okay, once you have that, let's write an intention, okay? You're like, well, how do I know what sigils to do? A sigil is an intention, all right? So we're all going to do this one and see what we come up with, all right? So I want you to write the sentence down. I attract love and abundance. I attract love and abundance. Your statement should always be positive and immediate, not what you're going to do or what's going to happen in the future or what you hope to happen. What is happening? I attract. That means I am doing this. I right now am saying I'm attracting love and abundance to me. Okay? All right. So, I attract rather than I will. A will is a promise, and those can be broken. Okay? And it doesn't work as well if you're phrasing for things in the future. It just doesn't. Has to be right now, in the present. That's where you're working at. That's where you need to be at, okay? Do not project wanting. Take time to know what you want, you know? Like, don't say, oh, I want this. I want money. No. I desire, or instead of saying like because the big one is money. How do I make a money spell work? I got you. I got you. Hang in there. Hang in there. Okay. But I attract love and abundance, meaning this is coming to me. I am opening up the gate saying I am attracting love and abundance. And instead of saying I want money, money is coming to me. Money comes to me now. That would be a better one. Money comes to me now. I am financially free. You know, things like that. They'll come to you. You'll get good at this. Trust the process. You don't have all the answers now. You'll get them. Don't worry. All right. So now that you've written, I attract love and abundance. Okay. I want you to take or cross out all vowels, leaving all the consonants. So to cross out all the A's. So the two A's in attract, the O and the E in love. Now, here's the thing. Okay. Whenever this is just a tip I'm going to tell you. I never really write the word and in the sentence. Okay. So up there at the top, I wrote, I attract love, and I used the ampersand, abundance. So, because really, I just feel like there's no need. It's always like a repeating word that comes, and has no real power, you know, and so I just always leave it out. Okay, so I attract love and abundance. All right, so you're going to take out the A, the U, the other A, and the E in abundance, right? Now, you should be left with T as in Tom, R, C, L, V as in Victor, B as in boy, N as in Nancy, and D as in David. T, R, C, L, V, B, N, D. Then you want to take, what I would do is get a whiteboard, and I don't have it anymore because I pretty much know the sigils that I use at this point. I've been doing it for years, so I have my sigils already in my handy dandy book of shadows or memorized up here. You know, so I already have those in place. But as you build on a lot of your sigils and all of that, put them in the book, you know. And you can use a digital computer and Word document to do your book of shadows. It doesn't have to be an old school book. I am old school, and I want to remain that way. Till the day I die. Hippie old school. Okay, so take out and cross out all the vowels. All right, and you've got that left. Now, I want you to trace lightly to make how you want the sigil. So you will first go to the T. So after you have all the consonant letters, you need to take out any repeating letters. Okay, I don't think I mentioned that. So you should not have two N's. You should not have three C's or, you know, two L's. Only one of each letter. Okay, so if you have two T's, you only keep one T out of the attract, not all three. Okay, so you got the one T, then you got the R from attract. Okay, then you've got the C. Okay, then you've got the L. All right, so T, R, C, L, V, B, and D. Now trace that in the witch's wheel, and you should come out with a sigil, something like that. Okay, and I always put dots there. You can start to like make your sigils pretty and embellish them a little bit and put little dunkadunks, whatever, on the ends, little arrows and flowers and whatnot. But for the most part, the power is just in the shape itself. As you wrote it, as you write it and get familiar with writing it, that symbol can be a powerful symbol for you. And the more that you use it, the more power will be infused in it, because you will use it more and more. So your energy builds and grows in it. Everything you're going to do is going to trap and hold your energy. Your wand, your grimoire, your, you know, your crystals. So once you realize that your power is in everything you do, it's magical. It's beautiful, right? So the next sigil we have is, where are we at with time? Okay. So the next sigil I have is this method 2. So method 2, you're going to want this circle here for the numbers. Okay. So it's just like a donut. And we're just doing 1 through 8. Okay. 1 through 8. Now, this is the one I really like. Okay. This grid here. So you're going to want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lines going down your paper. 9. Okay. And then you make one across all 9. And then you put the numbers up here. 1 through 8. So 9 lines will create 8 boxes. So 1 through 8. Then you're just going to write the alphabet. From 1, you go A, B, all the way to H. All the way down. Y and Z. Okay? Now, if you take the same letters from the same phrase from earlier, the TR, ba, 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 and you do this method, okay, you will come out with a symbol that kind of looks like this. Okay? And you can see that both symbols are very different. Okay? Whatever way you decide eventually to do a sigil maker for yourself, and like I said again, I love doing it on a whiteboard and doing whichever way I'm going to do. Whichever way I'm going to do is, forget this up here. Forget this. Forget this. Like, this is really obsolete. But this right here is one of my favorite ways. I like it better than the witch will for some reason. It just feels more right for me. Okay. And so again, you know, you do the same one, you'll come out with a different sigil. Okay. The third method is the method that, one, if you're a very creative person, you will love this. I hate it. Okay, method 3. This is method 3. Okay, so method 3 is you write out the intention. I attract love and abundance. Okay, and you still have the thing here. You take the time looking at the letters, their shape, and how they may come together as a graphic symbol. And so you start to do like the T, okay? Then the R right here. Right there. That's the R, okay? The V, like, seriously. And then you would come out with a symbol that's kind of like this. Depending, and it can be anything, the symbol. So you would have to really just look at the letters and go, how can I make that into a symbol? You'll either like that way or you'll hate it. Very creative people love that way. Real quick, I want to talk about opening and closing a circle when doing spell work. I still hold that this is important. However, do I always do it? No. And when I don't, I know that my guides have my back and will protect me. Okay. Circles are for both protection and containment. Okay. So you're not just doing a circle of protection. And I mean, like, I have taken my wand, brought that energy down to me, cleansed myself out with it, charged myself with it and my wand as I'm holding it. And before I do the spell work, I would stand up and go around and create a circle of protection and containment. That means that the spell work that I do stays in that area just with what I'm doing. It doesn't trickle out into my home. It doesn't go to other people in my home or whatever else or to anybody else. My spell is contained. My power is contained within me and working in that small space. So I just do a small circle around me. That's where my magic's going to stay. That'll make it more powerful. Okay. Calling the quarters, calling the four corners. Okay. I always say something like, I call upon the spirits of the north, guardians and beings of earth. Please bless this circle with grounding and nurturing. The west, I call to the guardians, I call to the spirits and guardians of the west. Guardians and beings of water. Please bless this circle with love and cleansing. You know, the four elements, the four corners of north, south, east, west, they all have a different meaning, a different intention. I call to the spirits of the and guardians of the south, beings of fire. Please bless this circle with passion and strength. I call to the guardians and spirits of the east, beings of air. Please bless this circle with intellect and swiftness. Okay. So, you know, I could go into a lot of things and even make another video if you're interested. And I would talk about like altars and anything else that you guys had questions on. But let me talk about spell work real quick. The thing you've probably been waiting for. So, when I first moved here 2 years ago in Ohio, right before I moved, I came out here to help a previous student who was falling down the rabbit hole of spirituality, okay, for some time. So I came out here to Ohio to help her and then realized I needed to move here for some reason. I'm not getting into why. I know why. And so I moved here. But the trip to go see her, I had a premonition in one state that I was going to get hit by a deer. So I was very cautious. I didn't go above the speed limit, even though I wanted to, but I didn't. The next state over, it was about 3 o'clock in the morning. A whole entire herd of deer came barreling at my rent-a-car. And I only had a little dent in the driver's door and the mirror fell off. Other than that, I was unharmed. And we're talking like 20 deer, antlers. How they didn't break the windows, break in, impale me, it was a miracle. But I was warned that this would happen. The reason I say this is because I want you to trust everything that you get. I want you to trust in your own power, your guides, and build that bond with your guides. And even if you work with deities and all of that, I have my own opinion on that, but I don't judge, okay? Whatever you feel called to do and work with. But just know that, you know, not everything is good to work with. And take caution. So with the deer hitting me, what I'm getting at is the spell I did. When I finally moved here, I was in a hotel for a couple weeks finding a home, finding an apartment. And I got the bill for the car because I didn't get the full insurance thing. And so I owed $1,200. I didn't have it. So I did a spell right there in the hotel with hardly any ingredients, hardly anything. I think I had a green candle and some mugwort or mullein or something. I think I had some cinnamon, okay? And I put it in a little bowl and I did this little spell, but I really put all my desire, and I saw a letter come to me saying the bill was paid. A week later, I get a phone call, and it's the claim adjuster saying, you know, thank you for your payment. You will be getting a letter in about a week saying that your account is paid in full. Okay. Never paid a dime. Okay. Still to this day, I still have that letter. I don't know where it's at right now, but I still have it. I've been very good with money spells. Why? I need you to understand that money is energy. And if you come from a place of lack and like, I never get, I'm never going to have, you ain't. You won't. You won't. You have to come to a trust that money is energy, and that energy is also meant for me. I'm going to open the way for it to come to me because it's meant for me. Okay, just because this so and so is got it good and they got two cars and a two-story home and this person has that and that doesn't mean it's not meant for you too. But where's your mindset at with it? Do you feel and have faith that this is stuff is meant for you too? Because if not, then it's not going to come to you. We are all meant to be blessed. We are not meant to be stressed. Okay, we're really not. That's my little catchphrase. Stay blessed, not stressed, because when you are stressed, that means you have lost some faith and trust in your higher power, the universe, your deities, to provide for you. And you have to have absolute faith and trust. I know that after I do a spell, there's no question in my mind that it's going to work. Because I'm not putting the energy, and my guides aren't going to put the energy into something that's not going to work. Uh, if you are greedy with it, it's not going to work. If you are constantly doing money spells, yet constantly ordering out and never matching the energy of money and trying to save a little, then you're never going to have a spell that works fully. After you do a spell, you must act accordingly. Okay? So after I do the money spell, I act accordingly. I act as if that bill is already in the works of getting paid. Do I need to know how? Do I need to fret upon why and how? No, because that is not trust. Trust and faith is knowing that it's going to happen. And don't do love spells. People, for the love of all that is holy and whatever, do not do love spells. Let me tell you why. We all have free will, okay? And you could do a love spell and it can work very well for a couple of years. But it will eventually fall apart, and they normally don't last that long. And once they eventually fall apart after you did spell work, that bond is broken so irrevocably that it'll be something that'll be so hard for you to get over, because you messed with someone's free will to try to keep them with you or to bring them to you or whatever. You messed with that. Don't think that you're not going to get messed with back. Okay? Karma, whether you believe it or not, energy remembers and will come back around and get you. Okay? They will wait, bide their time, and then come and pull the rug from under you. Okay? So be careful what you do. And doing everything with the right intention um, will bring positive results. I'm very good at bringing money to other people. Like my money candles that I sell in my Etsy shop have brought people thousands. I even have proof of people writing to me and saying, I just received 10 grand out of the blue. I burned your money candle last night or 2 days ago, and now I got 12 grand. Somehow my Visa bill got paid. I don't know how, but they're saying my balance is zero. Like, you just need to know that it's on its way. You don't need to know how. You just need to trust that it is. Okay? That's with any spell work. You need to be in the right frame of mind to do it. If you are in a pissed off mood or whatever, how do you think that energy is going to like infuse into your spell work? Okay? You find what you also, when it comes to spell work, find what you resonate with. Okay, like for me, I use crystals in my spell work because I feel their energy and that they work with me to make things happen. I use herbs because I believe in the power of herbs, either using them and infusing my intention with their magical intention, or burning them, or like using them in water or teas and drinking them. Like, you know, everything is energy, and plants hold a lot of energy. And if you are drawn to herbs, then use them. You're meant to be you know, aligned with plant medicine and plant magic and all of that. If you're into strings, if you're into candles, like whatever you feel the most like where your power is. You don't have to go, well, I have to do this type of spell and that one. I have to like be well rounded and just do every type of spell. No, you don't. Says who? No, you don't. I 9 times out of 10 do candle work because I believe in the intention of carving the person's name or the intention on a candle, and intuitively being led on what to do in my spell work, following through with that, and then watching the results happen. When you're doing a spell, sometimes you will be led to herbs or things that you'll look up and go, that will help me with what I'm thinking of. Your guides are leading you to what you need. Your higher self is leading you to what you need to help you. Ask your guides for help. Thank them when they do. Show gratitude and trust, and every spell can work for you. If you do bad spells and are into curses and hexes, know that you could really do serious harm to someone. Know your power and respect it. Know that just because you want them to suffer financially doesn't mean that an accident won't happen to make them lose their car, to make them lose their job, to make them lose financially. So be careful what you do when you do the not so good stuff. I've never hexed a person. I've never cursed a person. And I'm not telling you not to. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not gatekeeping. But what I am telling you is to respect what you do and honor that if it's not just and valid, then don't do it. Here's my suggestion on that. Have a powwow, have a meeting with your guides and ask them to ask her or his guides if the karma, the revenge that you were seeking is justified. You'll know if you get a yes or no answer if you like meditate and have a relationship with your guides. And if you're doing spell work and don't have a relationship with your guides, you're going to fail and fall. Maybe we're not today or tomorrow, but maybe next month, maybe next year, it will fall apart. You have to have the backup. You have to have that bond with them. It just doesn't work when you don't, when you think that you're writing solo, because we're never really writing solo. So honor who's around you, right? But just be careful, you know. I'm not Wiccan, so I don't believe in the threefold rule of what comes back to me or what I do comes back to me times three. I don't believe in that because I have done a spell, that little candle spell, I got way more than times three, okay, on a lot of things. It's not measured. It's the energy and intention you put in and what's meant for you that will come to you at that moment. Okay, it's being open and ready to receive the work and spell that you're about to do. All right. So I think I've covered everything. I'm gonna stop now. I'm just like talking. I literally could talk about spell work and witchcraft and all of that all day. If you have any comments or experiences you'd like to share, please do so. If you have any questions, please ask. I'll either make another video or respond and help you in any way I can. There's a lot of misinformation and gatekeeping on social media right now, and I just want to give you this old woman's, old school witches, you know, take on everything I've learned. You know, I'm a generational witch, even though my mom didn't fully understand what she was. People called her one, and she would just go, ha 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 ha. She knew, though. She knew she had power, and she knew how to use it. But yeah, thank you for following. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you learned something from this 2-part series. Okay, bye.